when a coach comes under, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say under fire about his job, I don't feel bad. It's because his boss doesn't believe he's doing his job. And if that's the case, then he gets fired. Matt Nagy or any head coach of an NFL football team sits in their office and they tell at least 30 guys every year, yeah, it's the end of the road here. And they fire players. And that player is supposed to leave and pick up where they can and try to make it work somewhere else. Well, hell, why is it different for him? If his boss don't believe he's doing the job, then, hey, time to go. So, but the difference is that when the player signed that 2-year deal or that 3-year deal, he doesn't get it. Once he's released or cut or however you want to put it or fired, he doesn't receive that money. If they fire Nagy, he's still going to receive the rest of his money. And that's the difference.
So you have less sympathy for Coach because there's a lot of –
no. Oh, not less, none. I have zero sympathy for a coach because they're going to get paid anyway. So, and they'll get another job. Him being a head coach, he'll get an OC job somewhere. He'll get he could always be a head coach in college. I mean, he could do it if he wanted to. The player can't just go play, and he can't go play in college. He's not just going to pick up another job somewhere. It's hard. It's a lot more difficult that I think people realize when a player is getting cut like that. So, yeah, I don't have any sympathy for it. But as far as what was swirling around Chicago, I think everybody I don't want to say the Bears organization isn't thinking this. So, but when you look at the other sports throughout the city, I think the fans are really speaking of what they want. When you're at a Bulls game and the Bulls are getting beat by 30 and they're chanting "Fire Nagy," I mean, their mind is on something else, you know? It's reached that point, honestly. It's reached the point where it's like, well, what are we doing? He was coach of the year when he first got here, his first year, and was tricking everybody. It was cute. I use the word cute. It was cute then when it's 4th and 1 and you go 4 wide and you run a double reverse pass and it works. Well, that stuff don't work. Not in the NFL. It doesn't work very long. So now you got to play football and you got to actually come up with a scheme and adjust at halftime, and he doesn't do well at that. So just look at his third quarter scoring since he's been here. Like we rarely score points coming out of halftime, rarely. So where's the adjustment? And I've never been in that locker room with him at halftime, but I'm pretty sure it goes something like this. Hey, guys, let's do what we're doing better. Well, Coach, that isn't an adjustment. It's just not an adjustment. We have to adjust to what they're doing. And that's, from what I see, we don't do a very good job of adjusting to what we're seeing on the football field from the first half to the second half.
Why do you think, or what is it that you're seeing on why the offense itself is failing?
Well, like you mentioned earlier, I do a show with NBC with Olin Cruz, and he has a lot of opinions, obviously, about certain stuff, and offensively in particular. I mean, just look at where the money is. Look at where the draft picks are. Look at where this stuff is at, and then you can pretty much get your answer from there. You know, like that's what it is. I mean, if you're putting everything on the defensive side, then the defense got to go play special. When the defense isn't playing special, then you're in a bind because now you want to lean on the other side of the ball that you didn't put all of that capital in, whether that's money or draft picks or whatever. They drafted a couple of offensive linemen that we hope turn out to be pretty good, but that's this year. I mean, we got a quarterback. We traded a good little bit for him, and hopefully he can get back in there and continue his road as far as I thought he was doing better and better, and then had a hiccup there and then got hurt in the game. So I'm hoping that Jay Fields can come back and continue to improve as a quarterback. But it's the allocation of the money, the allocation of the draft picks, where you're putting this stuff at, and that side of the football, the defensive side, is just not playing up to what they should be playing up to. and that's missed tackling, that's assignment football. It's all of the above. It's just you have to play better if you're going to win. I mean, look at the offense. We scored 17 points. On any given day, you can pretty much set it at if the Bears are going to score over or under 17 and a half. 16 and a half, let's say that. You can set that number, and if the defense is giving up more than that, then you're in trouble if the defense doesn't score.